Richard Parker II, otherwise known as R2P2. This is almost the end of day 7 since his exploratory surgery to investigate a bowel obstruction. And I learned a lot through the experience that I wanted to share with you. And he's probably not going to want to stay the whole time, so I'm going to put him down now. So, when you have a cat that starts vomiting and you go to the vet, probably they're going to tell you, we suspect a bowel obstruction. And when I say vomiting, I don't just mean the occasional furball, I mean multiple vomits in a given day. In our case, we woke up on a Monday morning and saw 5 or 6 deposits of vomit around the house. Some of them contained food, some of them were just water, and it became clear he was vomiting at some points water. And then I think we saw more during that day, Monday. He would eat and didn't vomit right away. It was later in the day that he would vomit. And then, so the Tuesday morning we were thinking we'd take him to the vet, and because our vet locally wasn't open on Monday. Monday evening, Tuesday morning, no vomiting. So we didn't take him to the vet because it had stopped, as far as we could tell. Wednesday, no vomiting. Thursday morning, we wake up and he has vomited, similar to Monday morning wake up. And so we do take him to the local vet, and he says everything that's going on seems to indicate a potential bowel obstruction. However, I've noticed that his behavior, except for the vomiting, is completely normal. He's playful, he's running around, he's doing all the things he normally does, except he normally doesn't vomit. In fact, I don't think we've even seen him vomit a hairball until, I think, the Thursday vomiting, we found a hairball. So the vet says, since I can't monitor him over the weekend, normally we monitor over some days, and this vet is only open on certain days and not in the evenings, he suggested we take our cat to a hospital, a vet hospital. However, since he's really behaving quite normally and I'm in a bit of a denial mindset because a bowel obstruction sounds really serious and surgery sounds really serious and I don't really want to go that route, I decide to wait to see if anything changes on Friday. Vomiting continues, vomiting water continues, and his hydration level when we took him to the vet on Thursday was good, but if he can't drink, he's going to lose hydration. So on Saturday morning, we take him to a vet hospital, and they check him out, and they say the same thing. Everything you're telling us indicates a bowel obstruction. And they want to do x-rays, and what they want to do is x-ray, wait, and see if anything in the x-ray changes, and that would give them an indication perhaps of what's going on. But as it turns out, if it's organic, the x-ray won't even show it. There might be inferences that could be drawn from the x-ray content in that case, but possibly nothing. So they're going to tell us if we can't find anything in the x-ray, we're going to suggest exploratory surgery to have a look. So my wife and I decide, since we're there on Saturday, and since x-rays and wait, and then deciding on surgery is the ultimate end result, after the first x-ray shows nothing, we ask them to do the surgery right away instead of waiting. Because waiting is not going to show us anything new because it's not an obvious obstruction. And so, because they had to sedate him to give him the x-rays, and they want to keep him hydrated, they suggest leaving him there. And because we're kind of, I guess, panicking, we leave him there. Then we get a call saying the surgery is complete, no obstruction found, and we go and pick him up the next day. So he has an incision in his stomach and an incision in his abdomen, and sutures are internal, so no extraction required, they'll dissolve. He's on antibiotics, he's on pain medication and anti-vomiting medication. So we bring him home. So a week later, as I ponder what happened, and I talked to 2 vets post-surgery, and actually 3 vets post-surgery, and then I learned, this is the thing I learned that I would like to have known before surgery. There is a phenomena with cats who present having a bowel obstruction, who after surgery, the owners are told, nope, no bowel obstruction. And they have a name. I can't remember what the name is. There's a name for that phenomena, that illness. There's a certain name. I can't remember. I heard it, but I can't remember it. So the vets dealing with cats know that there's a good chance when they open up a cat who presents with what seems like a bowel obstruction, that they're not going to find anything. So I would like to have known that ahead of time. And then I probably would have kept my cat, watching him closely at home without incurring $1,000, many thousands of dollars of unnecessary treatment. Like I might have said, sure, I'll do the x-ray. And when they saw nothing, then I would have said, okay, I'm going to take him home. If they had told me there's a good chance that there's nothing, because the x-ray shows nothing obvious, monitor him, bring him back if there's a problem, I probably would have done that. But that wasn't really something I thought of because I wasn't told that that was a possibility. So now you know. And with respect to hydration, we could have brought him home, and I understand we could have been taught how to do injections. My wife happens to be a nurse, so she could have done it. Injections of saline to keep him hydrated. There's a special technique. You do that, I guess, between the shoulder blades, and you hydrate that way. And then if his behavior had markedly changed, we might have known there's a problem. For example, if he stopped eating, he was eating all the time, he just wasn't keeping it down. Or if his energy level had dropped, if he wasn't being playful anymore, if something like that had happened, then we'd know, okay, it's an emergency. But we didn't know that the outcome could be, sorry, no bowel obstruction found. This is a frequent event for cats, apparently. So now you know. And click the subscribe button. Thank you very much.